Now to those Good Samaritans in Utah being hailed as heroes for their daring rescue of a motorcyclist trapped beneath a burning car. We're going to talk to some of those men in a moment. But first, NBC's George Lewis has more on this amazing story. George, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. A college student named Brandon Wright, 21 years old, is in the hospital behind me, expected to make a full recovery this morning. This after a group of ordinary citizens pulled him from beneath a flaming car. Without them, he might have burned to death.
Oh my gosh!
Moments after the car collided with Wright's motorcycle, local 911 switchboards lit up.
The motorcycle is spitting out fire, and I don't know if it's going to explode or not.
Wright, a student at Utah State University, is alive this morning because of the kindness of strangers. A group of people who rushed in to rescue him as he was trapped under the car that hit his motorcycle, rupturing the gas tank.
He knows that there are angels out there to save his life.
Brandon was conscious as a small group of people tried unsuccessfully to lift the car.
He says he remembers everything that happened. He remembers being under the car and spitting out blood and not being able to talk.
Finally, more rescuers arrive, and disregarding the danger of fire or explosion, they tipped the car far enough so that Brandon could be pulled to safety.
It was only a matter of seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, before there were a dozen citizens there and had this car up on 2 wheels. I barely had enough time to react to the change of plans. I thought it was awesome.
Everyone charged the vehicle, popped it up, and got him out.
You don't think too much? The adrenaline that you had in your body was like very high?
Before we pulled him out, I thought, dead or alive, I don't want to sit here and watch this guy burn.
Police officers ordered the rescuers to back off as they rushed in to fight the fire. Because the rescue was recorded on video by someone in a nearby office building, it's gotten international media attention. Rescuer Matt Barney says he's uncomfortable with the hero treatment.
It's second nature. If you see someone in trouble, you help them.
Brandon Wright's uncle says his nephew has leg and pelvis fractures, but he's going to pull through just fine.
He knows it's a miracle, and he knows that the strength of humanity came together and really gave him a gift.
Brandon Wright is doubly lucky. He was wearing no motorcycle helmet but did not sustain any head injuries. His uncle says Brandon will now become a major advocate for wearing helmets. Savannah?
All right, George Lewis, thank you. Derek Harper, Mike Johnson, and Cade Lundgreen took part in that daring rescue. Gentlemen, good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Cade, I'll start with you because as I understand it, you were the first to notice the fire. When you walked over to the scene, what went through your mind when you realized this was a terrible accident?
I wasn't quite knowing what was going on, but I was just trying to figure out where the driver of the motorcycle was. And as I stand there trying to understand where he was at, there's some people running around the car, and later on you notice he's underneath the car, and my heart just dropped. I was sick.
I can only imagine how you all felt in that moment. Mike, we actually have video of you as you approached the car, as you kind of surveyed that scene. Did you think anyone could possibly have survived this accident?
Well, no. The truth is, I thought that we were just removing the car from a body. I just didn't think that the body should just burn with the car. And then the lady that got down on her belly and stared under there right in the flames, she hollered out that he's alive. And after she said that, everybody just converged on the car and lifted it.
And Derek,
I don't know who she was, but that lady, she did a great service.
Well, everyone is so amazed because they see all of you basically running into danger. And Derek, I have to ask you, were you thinking this is a pretty scary situation and we ourselves could be hurt?
It really didn't pop in my head about that. I just seen somebody that needed some help, so just went running to kind of help out.
Mike, does the adrenaline kind of kick in at that moment?
Yeah, it really did. There were so many people there trying to help, and I was thinking last night, I don't think that the same people that were there could lift that car and just walking up to it and lifting it when there was no kind of a need.
Jade,
I don't think it could have done. Adrenaline had to be doing that.
I can only imagine. And Jade, how did you feel when you found out that the person under the car, Brandon, is actually going to make a full recovery according to his doctors, and you guys were part of saving his life?
You know, it's just a miracle. I sat there and looked at him, and I was sick, but I've been worried about him, and knowing that he's going to make a full recovery and he's going to be all right, I'm just glad we were there at the right time in the right place.
Well, indeed. Derek Harper, Mike Johnson, and Cade Lundgreen, we are all just amazed at you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.